Basically, maybe we can start with the concept of climate resilience. We are talking here about the capacity to withstand the stresses and shocks that we can experience from a climate change effect. So depending on the enterprise that the farmer is doing, for instance, if we pick livestock, we are talking about the things or knowledge that they should have in order to supply feed, in order to choose breeds, in order to address health conditions that the animals may face. So that knowledge is available in various centers, like I said, research stations, agricultural colleges, universities, and so on. So that's what I can say in broad terms. And then the specific technologies are many. Let me mention simply things to do with, on the choice of animals. We know that the indigenous animals are easier to handle in the circumstances of climate change, and therefore for farmers, especially the smallholder farmers, should be able to do some things that will help them to be resilient against the climate change effects. The Institute for Rural Technology's mandate is to fight rural poverty, in short. And we, like I said during the discussions, that we started the Institute on a realization that some of this knowledge and skills or technologies are resident in the centers of excellence, like the universities, colleges, and research stations. And the Institute, therefore, took it upon itself to stand as a link between the two, the farmer and those centers. And we do that by accessing the technology and even working with people from these centers on projects that address needs that the farmers would have told us or they would have shared with us. So then we go out in the rural areas on planned projects, and then we implement these together with the farmers. And these things obviously require funding, and we normally would source funding from the donor world by and large, and also we try to also structure some of these interventions in partnership with even the private sector, and so on and so on. So basically that's how we do the fight against poverty. I actually asked the question myself to the organizers of the conference, what has prompted the conference. And I got two aspects that were referred to me. One was that ZITF itself sees itself in a role of facilitating coming together of people in some sector or place of interest to then share ideas, technologies, experiences, and lessons that they would have learned, in their agricultural activities. So in this case, I found it very relevant because it kind of links with what the Institute for Rural Technologies does. In other words, being a link between farmers and the centers of technology.